Hey there, I'm Frank Mitchell. On this channel, it's all about helping you understand your car and keeping it running the way it should. Whether it's routine maintenance or solving those tricky problems, I've got you covered. If you find this useful, give the video a like, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to watch till the end. You might learn something that saves you time and money. All right, let's get started.
The Mercedes EQA is a car conceived from scratch as an electric car. The BMW iX3 is the electric version of the veteran BMW iX3. From that difference, both share the same goal, to be the electric SUV you keep in your garage. Exterior dimensions. We are facing two electric SUVs with SUV-inspired bodywork, with 5 doors, but significantly differentiated by their dimensions. The Mercedes SUV measures 4.46 meters long, 1.83 wide and 1.62 high with a distance between tracks of 2.73 m. BMW's has a length of 4.73 m, a width of 1.89 and a height of 1.69 with a wheelbase of 2.86. Ground clearance to the EQA is 15.4 centimeters and 17.9 centimeters on the iX3. The Mercedes EQA 250 weighs 2,040 kilograms while the BMW iX3 weighs 2,260 kilograms. To support these weights, the EQA is fitted with two 35/55 tires mounted on 18-inch wheels. The iX3, in its access finish inspiring, installs two 45/50 and 19. Interior dimensions and roominess. These cars are sold as 5-seater vehicles. Based on this similarity and the fact that luxury must be the maximum exponent of both, each model exhibits a totally different shape from the other to convince the interested party in buying between a Mercedes EQA or a BMW iX3 which one is better. The EQA presents the evolution of the MBUX concept, that is, the philosophy and design line of Mercedes for the cabins of their cars. The dual screen installed behind the steering wheel and now covers up to the passenger seat is the protagonist of the infotainment system that also manages other parameters that can enter to increase comfort and livability. For its part, the iX3 has subtle aesthetic and some functional differences with respect to the already known BMW iX3 but does not show a revolution, or even an evolution, but the adaptation to the qualities of the powertrain and storage system of this car. While the Mercedes dashboard looks very futuristic and ostentatious, the BMW is more conservative and may even be bland. The front seats of these models are equipped with comfortable seats, focused on driving on a firm road but from a more rugged approach. Has always shown the BMW iX3, in the iX3 seats have a prominent lumbar support in order to better contain the body in its circulation on unpaved pavement. The driving position of the BMW is clearly higher than that of the Mercedes. As for the rear seats, in view of being two vehicles in which both absolute length and wheelbase the BMW is larger, this translates into more interior space for the occupants, especially in the rear seats that gain in terms of freedom of movement both from the waist down and up and, especially when the central seat is occupied by another adult more. Trunk. Similarly, the trunk of the EQA cubes less than that of the iX3. The Mercedes SUV has 340 liters, the BMW offers 510. Apart from the numerical difference, it is logical to understand that in the BMW iX3 can be placed both more packages of equal size, or, at least, transport larger items. The usefulness of the trunk of the Mercedes is reduced to accommodate a maximum of one large suitcase while the BMW can accommodate the same suitcase and, at least, 2 other smaller ones. Engines and batteries. The catalog of both the Mercedes EQA and the BMW iX3 reduces to a single mechanical configuration in which each model offers an engine and an electric accumulator for each SUV. BMW iX3 versions, BMW iX3, engine of 286 horsepower power and 400 Nm of torque associated with a battery of 74 kWh of useful capacity. Consumption and range. The Mercedes EQA announces an electric consumption of 17.9 kWh per 100 km, while the BMW iX3 consumes 18.6 kWh per 100 km. In this regard, it should be remembered that, as mentioned at the beginning, the BMW, given its greater power, weighs more and has a higher coefficient of friction, 0.29 compared to 0.28 for the Mercedes. The range of the EQA is up to 424 kilometers, while that of the 9.3 is a maximum of 458 kilometers. Recharge. The maximum recharging power of the Mercedes is 100 kilowatts in direct current and 11 kilowatts in alternating current. The time required to charge the accumulator at 7.4 kilowatts is 9 hours, which would be reduced to 5.75 hours if the accumulator is charged at 11 kilowatts. To reach 80% of the maximum capacity at 100 kilowatts DC, 30 minutes are required. On the other hand, the BMW connected to an electric supply point in direct current is capable of charging at 150 kilowatts and alternating current at 11. The time invested to have the battery fully charged by recharging with a power of 11 kilowatts would be 7.5 hours. To have 80% of the battery charged at 150 kilowatts, 34 minutes are needed. Prices. According to the prices we present, you can configure your Mercedes EQA from €49,900 with an average saving of over €8,000 by using the CarWow configurator, and can also benefit from the Moves 3 Plan Aid. For its part, it is possible to configure your BMW iX3 from €72,300 with an average savings of almost €8,000. Conclusion. The Mercedes EQA is a premier product included in the EQ catalog of new electric vehicles that, despite showing a certain resemblance to other SUVs with main engines powered by gasoline or diesel, is more innovative than the BMW iX3, which, as we said at the beginning, is still the electric version of the X3. While the EQA bets on a technological interior to the maximum, the iX3 strives to create a sober and distinguished atmosphere, a point that can be decisive for a person interested in buying either the Mercedes or the BMW, since the cabin of the former is more bombastic than the latter. On the other hand, the greater interior space is a point in favor of the BMW iX3, especially if you are looking for a car to transport both travelers and their belongings. Another determining factor is undoubtedly the price of each SUV. Initially, and already apply the discounts we offer from CarWow, with more than €20,000 of price difference between the EQA and the iX3, in addition to being able to enjoy or not the Moves 3, enough to decant the decision of a potential buyer between one and the other. Be that as it may, the choice must be made based on the tastes, needs and context of each interested party. It is clear that both vehicles, as fashionable SUVs, are oriented to a clientele looking for this type of adventurous and rugged-looking cars, but, by habitability and price, both are clearly different. In conclusion, both the Mercedes EQA and the BMW iX3 offer compelling options in the electric SUV market, each with its unique strengths. The EQA impresses with its luxurious interior and advanced technology, making it a strong contender for those seeking comfort and sophistication. On the other hand, the iX3 stands out with its sporty performance and practicality, appealing to drivers who prioritize dynamic handling and versatility. Ultimately, the choice between these two models will depend on individual preferences and priorities. Whether you lean towards the elegance of the EQA or the performance of the iX3, both vehicles represent the future of sustainable driving and style. Thank you for watching, and we hope this comparison has helped you in your decision-making process.